Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Nashville. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
A terrific athlete, started at wide receiver before becoming the starting quarterback at Texas A&M, and also took his studies pretty seriously as well. He was a biology major at Texas A&M, planned to become an orthopedic surgeon, but being the 8th pick in the NFL draft, that paid just a little bit better.
Right here. 40. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 57's the mic.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us.
Throwing again is Tannehill. A slant to Jones. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Julio Jones, 31 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
Tremendous overall athlete. Does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Here we go. Waiting. 41 Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 41. Go.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Going the other way.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna Back to you.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay, and he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans 17. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Watson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Harold Landry leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here we go. 43. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 43.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Derrick Henry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Rabbit. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Tannehill on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Round 80. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Check with it. Hunt. Mike.
Now Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Ryan Tannehill with a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown. And the Titans have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Houston set to take over. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
This is it. 19. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 54.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Line him, go. Line him, go.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
That's all. That's all. Unbelievable.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. A time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
57. Mike 57.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. The left side completion to Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here we go.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
57 to Mike. Mike 57.
To the air again, Tannehill. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Over the middle here to Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
There you go, right here. 230. 57 to Mike. Blue down. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Tannehill throwing again. Toward the pylon, caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
28. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 43 is the mic, boys. 43.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they've wanted to attack.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a Tennessee score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Andre Roberts now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Check, 50, go. Check, 55 to Mike.
Watson on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes the focus of our players' spotlight. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now it's Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Josh Reynolds, 71 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Roberts on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Mike, 55.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Operating from the gun, Watson. It's complete to Chris Conley. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
From the gun, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike, 55.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's got this down to the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Set. 19. Check. 55 to Mike. Hey, watch the lane. Mike, 55.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Throwing again. Watson completing it to the right side. Johnson, oh, it's poked free. Football's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Done. Red 80. Check 24.
On first down, it's Henry. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big run there by Henry. And even 50 yards. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
57, Mike, 57.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 8 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Tennessee score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
54, 65, 65, 65.
On first and 10, Watson, screenplay, Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
No chance. Mike 55, Mike 55.
A shotgun snap for Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he'll run it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Set. 19. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go. Let's go. Mike's 5-4. Line up, go. Line up, go.
On first down, Watson.
Big stop. Let's
Now
go.
they go screen. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
All day, every day, any day.
From the red zone now, Watson toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Watson. That is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's get it.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, this game is all but over after that last 4th down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
30. Check 41. On the ball. Shift.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, check. 43 is the mic. Ricky. That's 20, hunt. Whoa. Don't do us like that.
So that'll back them up 5.
Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Again, it's Henry. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 1st down and much more for Henry. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Get him.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.